Good morning, Warriors! Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Hope you guys are on your purpose. Hope you guys are conquesting yourself and others around you and making sure that you're following God's purpose and continuing to be the best masculine male you can be. I was watching a show the other day and they're talking about, women are talking about men. And it's kind of funny going back and talking about how there's not enough alpha males out there. And I know we don't talk about alphas and all those kind of things, but what the gist of what she was saying, Warriors, was the fact that there wasn't a lot of men out there. And we know there's not men out there because men are releasing all the time. And Warriors do not release unless there's a purpose for it. Always do something with a purpose. That's the key thing. All right, anyway, shout-outs. We're going to go out to shout-outs. RSVP. Once again, thank you guys for all your comments, likes, subscriptions. Sometimes I forget to do that, but don't ever think I don't appreciate that. I appreciate it all. We're all in this kind of in together to try to move ahead and to move knowledge better, to people understand about what's happening with retention and going back to celibacy, sophism, brahmacharya, all these things we need to go back to that are really fundamental to what God is trying to have us in our lives. So our RSP, thank you. Thomas Fahy, thank you. Alvin, of course, TKO. Alex McCann, thank you, my friend. Alex says I look younger than 2 years ago. That's wonderful. Thank you, my friend. That Kendler's found youth must be working. And I just keep doing that and we'll keep working along. And I love what's going on. I love what's happening in my life. I love all these things happening. And it's all because of that retention and the Fountain of Youth stuff that I found many years ago. Antonio, thank you, my friend. John Jennings, Giovanni, smart black guy. I think men can outlive women. I know the statistics always kind of show the opposite. But a lot of times the men are not really controlling themselves. And if men control themselves, I've seen men who live over 100 and just as well as women. So I think men can outlive women if they control themselves and they have a plan and a purpose and they're not chasing women, releasing all the time. They can have it. Stunna 2 years, congratulations. Great comments, my friend. Brian Peraz, fresh start twice, thank you. I do jump rope, not as often. I know Fresh started asking me about that. But thank you, Moy. Thank you, Leo. All the women are chasing you. Yeah, Leo, keep busy, my friend. Keep moving along. Keep moving. Don't let them catch you. That's the key thing. It is flattering, but beware, my friend. Beware. Savage L, thank you. Charles Peake, respect, not intimidation. I think maybe you're right, Charles. Could be. I think there's a lot of respect there. And I think that's the key thing to it. Intimidation, some people may not be able to handle it. I'm going to call it respect, intimidation. Either way, it's fine. And Jhondo, thank you as well. One of the things that I do want to mention too, and we have this sometimes, I have several people who have emails and everything that are helping me. So if you send me an email, I get a response from one of my people I'm working with, and they'll shoot me the message, and we'll try to talk about it online as well. And I think there's one like that coming up pretty soon. All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, so at the 3:30 mark here, let's talk about, I didn't get a chance to finish my research, Martin, on solar cultivation, so we'll do that. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow if I can. Let's go to Clint and Suave 901 here. Talking about how criticism is easier to take under semen retention and life is smoother, those type of things. Let's talk about that a little bit. So we'll just say life is smoother under semen retention. What does that mean? When we talk about the whole idea of life, we're talking about everything we do moving towards God's purpose, moving towards new things that are going to build the society. Yes, we see a lot of negative things around us, but the whole purpose is to kind of build society stronger and stronger, build it to the next level, build it to the new generations so that the new world is great for the young people coming through it as time goes on and one generation replaces another generation and things get better. Now, we see a lot of situations where things are not going too well in our world. And a lot of that goes back to, frankly, the ego and a lack of self-control. And when you look at this, warriors, the reason why you see a lot of problems out there is people have no control. They refuse to either exert control or they just don't know how to control. And then Satan comes in, the evil one comes in, and it's very easy for the evil one to take over someone who doesn't have a lot of faith, who doesn't have a lot of goals, who is just sitting there bored. They'll get entrapped, intrigued by anything you can do. That's why, warriors, is very important to find things that you can do. I don't care if it's hobbies, I don't care if it's work, if it's working out, whatever it might be. Find things you can do to get away from those temptations that can bind you, that can kind of put you in a box that you can't get through. So we talk about the fact that life becomes smoother and things become easier in some regards. Now we talk about that from the sense of, because a person now has all their nutrients, all their energy within them, and they're losing very little energy, maybe a little bit here and there through stress, even perhaps if you're releasing once in a while, you're losing a little bit of energy, but obviously you repair all that and things can continue. You become strong internally. So when it comes to some of the major things in our life, things become easier, or they become at least smoother. First of all, you don't have a lot of that stress. Yes, the stress is around you, but you're able to handle it a lot better. It's almost like when you're sitting there and trying to fight a boxer who is half strength. For some reason, they released, and they were not as strong as they usually are. Well, now there's a chance for the evil one or your opponent to come in and knock you out. If you're at full strength and you've been training and you're ready to go and you haven't been out all night, you're gonna be hard to beat. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. You're gonna be hard to defeat from Satan's perspective if you have all your energy with you and you're on purpose, on task. And so that's why stress is not going to bother you as much. Now, yes, you're still going to have a little bit of stress. You're going to have things that happen to you. But the thing is, as you build this energy inside of yourself, you become stronger and stronger, and you become that powerful force that is very difficult to stop. Now, when it comes to things like criticism, which is what I think Clint was talking about, it's easier to handle that when you're 100%. You find yourself tired and not feeling too well, and you get criticized. All of a sudden, you jump off the handle. You get angry, and all that happens because you're reacting differently. That person may be the same person they always are. They may be giving you a hard time all the time anyway. But how you handle it is different when you're at full strength, when you have all your energy. So criticism's different. Things like driving, all these type of things are different in your behavior. Driving, eating, all these natural behaviors we do become much easier and more smoother because you're at full strength. If you're getting enough sleep, in my case, taking cold showers, eating the right way, you're doing the right kind of stuff, you're going to be at full strength. And when you're at full strength, nothing can stop you. You're a warrior, you're a man, and people can tell that. They see the difference. They see the glow. They see that in you. And that's going to continue going on the longer you're able to control yourself and conquest yourself and other things around you. Because once you build your conquest of yourself and you're able to control yourself, now you control other things around you as well. So I think it's some great comments here. Life itself, whether it's with males or females, workplace type of things, relationships nicer. Everyone respects you more. I found this out after 1,000, and I'm almost at 75 days now. I respect people, respect you more because they sense something great about you. and they want to be around you. So they don't really necessarily want to do things that are negative. Now, yes, you're going to have those people who can't handle that energy. We've talked about that before. And as Charles says, it might be respect, it may be intimidation, who knows what it really is for each person. It may be different. But the bottom line is you're going to get most people are going to want to be around you. They're going to actually want to help you. And as a result, opportunities will come, and now you can make more money, you can make success. All this comes down to starting with retention. Because when you start with retention, you're starting with self-control. You're now able to control your behaviors. You control the biggest force you have there. And that will then transfer into other things. We had a person yesterday talking about how they're going to stop smoking marijuana. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I don't believe in that kind of putting that stuff in my body either. I know people will say that's good stuff. There's good reasons for it. Well, I've never found those reasons myself. And the same thing comes with alcohol. I think what you got to do is take a look and say, is this really helping me? Is it helping my body or not? You know, I have my own types of things I concern myself with. That's the refined sugar and the carbs. I'm getting better with that, but I still have some issues with that myself. And obviously monk mode is another one of those issues that I deal with. But when you're focusing on trying to be the best you can become, you're going to look at everything you can to be better and better and better, because you're following God's purpose and with it. And so opportunities present themselves, interacting with other people present themselves. All these things are positive. All right, my friends, I'm going to head into work here. I hope you guys have a great day. Again, Clint, thank you. Suave 901, thank you for your comments. Martindale, I will try to do the one on solar cultivation tomorrow. We also have ones coming up with Ben W, setting up goals, purposes under SR. And then each trillion, I had one on SR and the fallen Roman Empire. I like to talk about that one. And Willem had a good comment. Men who lack purpose on SR distract themselves with pleasure. We'll talk about that one a little bit too, and we'll keep moving on. All right, my friends. Well, have a great day today. I hope you guys conquest all day long. And until next time, we'll see you guys. And always remember two things. One, every day is a new day to a great warrior. And number two, my friends, don't forget to keep moving into the field and continue to bang!